As the world races away from a global crisis, nations are scrambling to re-establish themselves in a post-COVID world. India is turning into one of the major global players as a treasure trove of ancient knowledge and holistic healing. From yoga to kadas, India has a knowledge that gave our ancestors disease-fighting power. Knowledge that imparted wisdom. Knowledge that taught us to coexist in harmony with the natural elements. Yes, we have made a global declaration of this knowledge, but the guardians of that knowledge, the protectors of that knowledge, they are fading fast. So I have set upon a journey to explore the tribal communities of my hometown of Maharashtra on a solo soul-searching search for sustenance. My children deserve it. I am Sunetra Archana Arun Pallav, granddaughter of the legendary actor, director, producer Bhagwan Dada Pallav, who has won the hearts of millions with his iconic dance moves. An entrepreneur by day, a qualified botanist, and a full-time single mother of two beautiful teenage daughters, I have managed to find the perfect balance between life and career by turning my passion for travel, adventure, dancing, and nature into a successful enterprise. My business has provided a way for me to be an avid traveler on the weekends. For the past 6 years, I have been exploring the western ghats of the Sahyadri ranges in my hometown state of Maharashtra. And what I have found is incredible sustenance for the body, the mind, and the soul. Unlimited food sources and a way to coexist with nature in perfect symbiosis, the way it was meant to be. Located at the foothills of Fort Sudhagad in the great state of Maharashtra lies Sudhagad Taluka. Surrounded by the mountains of the western ghats of the Sahyadri range, it offers the perfect stress-buster weekend refuge to the city dweller. This is also where the rivers run pure and life slows down. Where the rural and tribal communities that hold the secrets to sustainability live. The very secrets handed down from generation to generation by a way of life rather than knowledge from a book. Sudhagad is home to majestic forts, humongous water reservoirs, thundering waterfalls, ancient Buddhist caves, and is also a popular pilgrim destination. Tourists often miss the journey in their mad rush to their destination, which leaves places like these pure and untouched. The drive here from the city is a pleasure in itself. Winding roads that go on for miles, rivers that flirt with bridges, vistas that surround you with their magnificence and remind you of just how insignificant your worries are. There is nature, beauty, fresh air, harmony, and peace. What's not to like? No matter how many times I visit this place, I always find something new. I leave my watch at home. When on trails, I follow the sun. I decided right away to hit the mountaintops and get my bearings with a top view while I still had the energy. My first stop, Fort Sudhagad, a historical fort that was once under consideration by the great Chhatrapati Maharaja Shivaji as his seat of power. But Fort Raigad offered better defenses, and the Chhatrapati Maharaj chose Raigad instead. It's all about the climb on this one, and the trek is of medium difficulty. But the journey is an incredible reminder of the determination of a human being in his quest for freedom from an oppressor. The massive fort walls, built on cliff edges, bear witness to the sheer willpower of the Chhatrapati and his people. The views from the fort as majestic as the fort itself. The ancient caves are brought to mind just how far we are ready to go for a better understanding of what lies within us and around us. The silence here bespoke volumes. The deep reverence that filled me from the peace radiating from this place was unbelievable. Being completely alone and surrounded by awe-inspiring vistas gave me the feeling of being in complete control and a feeling of complete freedom. Standing here on the top of the world brought to mind the lines of a poem once heard. The mountaintops are glorious, but it's in the valleys that I learn. And I was ready to learn. So it was time to walk the valleys. I decided to explore some more of the valley of Sudhagad Taluka. Maybe I could find more of what I came looking for before I called it a day. So my first stop, Dhabki Waterfall. Dhabki Waterfall is located on the back roads to Onhere Dam. The view is just magnificent and the roar of the waters absolutely thrilling. When I laid my eyes on this extravaganza of nature, they filled me with their incredible energy. No motivational speech was necessary to make me feel revitalized. Nature did that without uttering a single word. Waterfalls often are a symbol of the release of powerful emotions and rejuvenation on a spiritual level. Looking at the Farsole waterfalls located near the Tadgaon Plateau seemed to give credibility to that statement. Towering twin columns of white water rushing along the face of a cliff filled me once again with a deep reverence for nature's raw power. Walking on the walls of humongous dams like Kevle and Unhere, built by the humans to harness nature's power, was truly humbling. The seemingly still waters turned into a force to be reckoned with when they went over the dam gates. The panoramic views of the Gatode Dam were simply mesmerizing, to say the least. It felt like time had stopped to give me all the time I needed to reflect, to gather my thoughts, to look at the bigger picture and understand my place in it. Looking over these giant reservoirs made me thankful for a planet that provided such sustenance. It had been an incredible day, but now it was time to visit one of my favorite places, the Unhere Hot Springs. When I first heard about these springs, I was shocked. I was shocked to find out that one of nature's best healing waters lay only a couple of hours away from where I had spent a lifetime, and I didn't have a clue. As the hot healing waters closed over me, every muscle in my body responded with a huge sigh. The relaxation was utterly complete. Sometimes places that are historically forgotten are the best ones to travel to.